Every generation finds a new addiction, but for Gen Z women, it's not what you think. We're watching a new kind of gooning culture emerge, not in front of screens filled with videos, but through the pages of romance novels and TikTok trends disguised as empowerment. And the crazy thing is, studies show that female-targeted erotic fiction sales have increased by over 300% in the last 5 years. The same psychological mechanisms that drive male porn addiction, dopamine loops, novelty seeking, and desensitization are now being triggered through dark romance fantasy content. Behind every spicy rating on BookTok is a feedback loop of dopamine and oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes readers feel emotionally attached to fictional men that don't even exist. And as the line between fantasy and real intimacy blurs, we're left with a new epidemic of digital desire. Alright, let's go over this shit because a lot of people got it misconstrued and think that women can't be just as freaky as guys, or how deep this goes. Like, everyone's literally laughing at monster romance and spicy book talk, but no one's really asking the right questions or seeing what it's doing to the consumers consuming this. Like, I actually want you to think about this for a moment. Men get shamed for gooning to pixels on a screen, which rightfully so, but why are you watching another guy clap a girl that you want to clap? But on the inverse, women are reading books about minotaurs and demons and calling it literature. Like, bro, you can't clown men for watching or subscribing to these OF models when you're out here emotionally attached to a half-dragon accountant who's not even real. And before anyone says this bullshit like,
but it's not harmless at all.
Well, I got something to tell you, Sarah. Shit, I don't know who the fuck Sarah is. But neuroscience disagrees. When oxytocin, the bonding hormone, gets paired with dopamine highs from fantasies, your brain starts to literally rewire what love and desire means to you. Like, for example, just to hit this point home even more, there was a study that showed repeated exposure to romanticized power dynamics like domination, submission, or forbidden love actually changes what people expect in relationships. It's fucked up. And here's the thing, a lot of women who are exposed to this type of pornography say that men can't measure up anymore. And of course they don't. Like, there's literally a whole attack on masculinity, but that's a whole other conversation in and of itself. Then you also got to consider that you're comparing a dude with bills and back pain to a 9-foot werewolf with a trust fund. And don't even get me started because, one, it's not even about sex. It's the emotional scripting behind it. Like, the thing I'm getting at is the whole warped perspective that love is supposed to feel like chaos or dysfunction or obsession or control or something with a negative connotation attached to it. That's conditioning. You're conditioning your mind to believe that chaos is normal and that's the real romance. But I'm here to tell you all that shit is bullshit. And I'm not saying this to shame or dunk on women or talk shit. It's bigger than that. Because the reality is we're all getting cooked by our dopamineric, I don't know if I'm saying that word right, or dopamine high activities that do not serve us. It cooks our brains. Like, for example, guys go for pixels and girls go for pages. Same addiction, different format. And just like how men need more extreme content to the point to where they're going on websites like 4chan or subscribing to these OF creators who get trains ran on them, women on the inverse start to crave more fantasy, darker, rougher, and more alpha type of content. Like, if you even look at like the whole trope of like the whole cute enemies to lovers type of cliche dynamics, that should transform to now being kidnap me, tame me, and destroy me. And none of you guys can tell me how that doesn't affect relationships over time. You want to know the ironic thing about this entire thing as a whole? The same woman, like the extreme feminists that are reading these stories where their dream man is literally a controlling monster who calls them mine. And the thing is, I'm not even trying to make this a gender war, men versus women type of thing. It's about how both genders are coping with loneliness through fantasies of some sorts. And when people get that oxytocin hit from fiction, your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. That's just a fact. So yeah, in other words, your brain is literally engaging with imaginary dudes. And that's why detachment feels damn near impossible. And it's crazy to me how barely anybody is covering this besides people like Gerber or Shoe on Head, who I actually got the inspiration from to cover this video or make my own take on this. But you'll deadass have creators romanticizing gooning culture like it's some type of quirky personality trait. And meanwhile, half of society's emotional wiring is being hijacked by passivity. And it's literally the same chemical process that makes a guy keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling for like the perfect porn video, or just scrolling on TikTok, or just anybody for that matter who's trying to stay up late to reap the benefits of some novelty thing. Like, for example, girls who read about, let's say, a vampire CEO. And again, I want to emphasize again, it's not about shame. It's about awareness. And the thing is, the sooner you can realize you're being played, like your brain is being hijacked, the sooner you can step out of it, because awareness is the first key indicator of some form of change. Let me drink my water real quick. let's continue. Like, let me ask you guys a very genuine question, and you guys can comment this below. But let's take it to like the social media landscape and what you guys have probably noticed in patterns, right? Same way I have. You ever notice that real love doesn't trend anymore? I mean, like, literally think about it for a moment. Nobody wants balance. People want intensity, and that's what makes fantasies so dangerous, because it goes against the status quo. It always delivers a hit stronger than what reality can. I mean, it's like, this is gonna sound like a weird example, but it's like the over-exaggerated proportions that guys, I don't know if all guys are saying this, but I have met a few guys, it's just anecdotally speaking, where guys will say they want a girl with like a BBL or like big tits, or like be built like these porn stars, or people who get their bodies modified, or people who want nearly just supermodels but forget what the average person looks like they forget what real looks like. And so because they're so trapped in this landscape, that's all they perceive as reality to be. You get what I'm saying?
Nope.
Or in other cases, this will make more sense to you. It's like emotional junk food. Very toxic, has preservatives, tastes good, instantly gratifying, and basically just instant gratification. And it's designed to keep you coming back because it just tastes so good, but you know deep down it's bad for you. And not to mention, it ruins your taste buds when you eventually taste something real. Most people's taste buds are fucked, but this isn't a video about food. I feel like you get my point by now. And this is why I call this the female gooning era, because it's not necessarily about the medium. Like, the fact that it's the best-selling book on Amazon right now goes to show you how far gone as a society we are, but it's about the mindset behind it. It's when artificial stimulation replaces genuine connection. And also the fact that people get so entrapped or engulfed in fantasy realities. I don't even think fantasy and reality should be in the same sentence. Let me rephrase that. From where fantasies straight up just feel safer than actual effort and reality. There we go, got it. And validation is easier to find in fictional people than in real people. Like, even though girls get all the attention on social media, you could be an average looking girl, they still would rather have that level of validation, or get some level of validation from these nasty books. And if this sounds like you, which it likely does if you are watching this, well, not all of you, but you know, the girls who are into this shit, just based off of the thumbnail, just know that you can literally rewire your brain if you do choose to. But it starts by being aware of the novelty, especially when it starts to creep up, and then doing the inverse, like reverse engineering, and doing the exact opposite, where you're going for real life connections and going for real life people who put your nervous system at ease and makes you feel like you're actually in reality with your true feelings, like true masculinity. Easier said than done, but it's not impossible. And for the guys who are addicted to gooning, I know this isn't really a gooning video for the boys, but guys, this is still interchangeable. This still can apply to you. It's the same concept, different approaches, right? Because one gets it from books and one gets it from corn videos. Literally go outside, touch grass, go to the gym, find a purpose for yourself, and meet like-minded people who make you want to abstain from this lifestyle, or abstain from these genres, or these nasty things that rewires your brain for what you think connection is. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like I'm yapping your ear off too much, but it's the reality. You guys need to do better. But you know that already, so I'll just be sound like a broken record saying it over and over again. So if what I said really resonated with you, or if it was somewhat entertaining, then please, for me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend who needs to see or hear this. Dream big and take action. I'm gonna see you guys. Peace.